And Georgi, before we move to yet another topic of the checkpoints for today, let me name here the companies that in no particular order but generated the most FDI in the pandemic 2020. And these companies are IDS Borjomi Georgia, GSC Corporation Poti Seaport, GSC RMG Copper, LLC RMG Gold, GSC Daryali Energy, GSC Metro Avrassia Georgia, LLC Enka Renewables, GSC Georgia Capital, and GSC BGO Group.
Worth to mention that it's not a rank, it's just a list.
Yes, no particular order.
Absolutely, and we will be looking at yet another company that has had a potential to contribute to this list, but due to complex reasons we cannot see this name on the list, and that is the Nenskra hydropower plant project still.
Yes, Georgi, the main question on the table right now is if the main IFIs like EBRD, ADB and EIB take a decision to support and finance the project, which is evaluated at $1 billion USD.
Elena, we knew that the hydropower plant project was due in 2020 already, but the new date today is 2025. What was the reason for such delay or postponement?
Yes, let me elaborate on that. We can say that there are two main reasons for that, Georgi. There is a protest going on from the side of the local population, which is not new with large HPPs in Georgia on the one hand, and on the other, these financial institutions haven't yet decided whether it is worth financing the project itself. It is clear that such a big investment has no future without long-term credits from these institutions.
Okay, then this is a large and huge investments needed indeed. Here comes my next question then. Do we know anything about the intentions of those IFIs to these days?
I'm pretty proud to tell you that yes, we do have that information, Georgi. What the written comments of these three large international financial institutions show, and they have sent their answers to our analyst Shotat Gachelashvili just a few days ago, is that the positions are very different. ADB, for example, tells us that directly that it's on a due diligence stage and has not yet taken any decision. EBRD tells us that they support the project and are delighted that the company has already met some of the recommendations that EBRD had. And EIB's position on the same issue is that they are currently in talks with the project developers to address some of the issues, like, for example, the issue of accountability. One more worry is that it seems a bit unrealistic to complete the project in 2025 due to the high uncertainty in these COVID times.
Again and again, these are very legitimate concerns on the one hand, and on the other, Georgia definitely needs this project and this hydropower plant.
Can't agree more on this, Georgi. Here are the full comments from the IFIs on this very important issue, which our viewers and followers can follow themselves. EBRD is still committed to the project. Recommendations have been fully adopted and the management action plan is in the place, and EBRD can report good progress. Nenskra HPP is working on recommendations and majority of the recommendations are already implemented. ADB has not taken any decision to finance this project. We still remain in the process of conducting due diligence, and the project has to go through multiple stages of internal approvals before we can approach our board of directors for approval. Should ADB decide to fund the project at the end of its due diligence process, it will be ensured that all of ADB's policies will be fully adhered to and all stakeholders and compensation claimants' complaints are satisfactorily resolved by JSC Nenskra Hydropower Company in line with our policy. The EIB is closely working with the project promoter, other financiers and all of the stakeholders concerned to address the different issues related to this project, including those raised by the IFI's accountability mechanisms. Large infrastructure projects are complex and their completion depends on many factors, noting that many actions in relation to the project are still ongoing, and given the additional uncertainties brought by the COVID-19 pandemic, the EIB is at this stage unable to address this question. We are BMG. Follow and subscribe for business and economics news.